That means you want the people that took his life to be enjoying the fruit of his talent, his sweat, while his parents, particularly his father, to continue to wallow in abject poverty every month, while he listens to the song that will be bringing money for his child every month. Look at the torture. Your son will be seen to be, his music is streaming millions, thousands every month. And the father is in abject poverty. And then the people that actually took his life are enjoying, traveling, buying houses, buying cars. That is what you want to deny the young man. There is evidence of semen. Spam wa loju are sample elele. Ẹni tó wà ní o mi ò mọ̀. Ibẹ̀ lọ́lọ́pàá ti wò pé yay. And they cannot touch the statement. Bàbá Ijesha ló kọ́ fún ẹ pé òun lòun bá ọmọ yẹn sùn tóun jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ sign. Ọlọ́pàá bá wọn báyìí pé bàbá Ijesha lòun jábàálẹ̀ ọwọ́ tó fọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ kọ́. Ní Sábó tó sign. Nísìnyí a ṣe test àwa ní evidence lọ́wọ́ pé bàbá Ijesha kọ́ ló jábàálẹ̀ ọwọ́ kò tiẹ̀ bọ́ ọmọ fún ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀. Ṣebí tó bá yẹ pọ̀ ọmọ ìkéré yẹn náà lọ fi dẹ́. Ọmọ same specimen. No, lè gbọ́dọ̀ fi dẹ̀yàn kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ṣé nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹni lọ mú ẹni tó ti ní sex tó gúnyàn tó jágbàlagbà kẹ́ fi dẹ̀yàn kẹ́ wá ní ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá máa ń bá ọmọ ọdún méje sùn ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ti dàgbà ó ti ní sex ẹ fi dẹ́ ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. You know the reaction you get when you set an adult up with an adult. So they used a young adult wọ́n dẹ̀ fún football age. Bí bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò sí judge kò sọ́lọ́pàá kò sí anybody in government tó ní evidence age ọmọ yẹn. What them punishing you based on hearsay or when it comes to laws. Are you saying?
Okay. Okay.
But the idea of law and punishment is that when we take one as scapegoat, the message we get to others. It doesn't mean that it is okay to overlook our touch, but of course, you know, like whatever you do, your time is coming. But we cannot prosecute and send everybody to prison at the same time. But if we use one as a scapegoat, maybe others can learn from it and say, "Other is a serious crime. Don't let me go there. Don't let me do it." That is how crimes are getting reduced. People are still doing it. But politician okay, you are corrupt. People are still stealing public money. But people are still doing it.
Yeah.
But you are not going to deny or shy away from the fact that when they punish some people, it will serve as deterrent. It is not just we filmmakers. Fine, most of the things we do is to mirror the society, pass messages, educate and inform. But Okiwa enough, if the government and the courts are not making effort to say that we didn't pick this one doesn't mean we are not interested on this one. But because the position of the law is that we might not be able to try everybody. But we would ensure that we do it in a way that it will serve and send message to a lot of people. I am saying.
Yeah.
So what Ofini, when the law says don't abuse the naira, I am saying about your commuter and your scapegoats. And the people that you saw, people adjusted. I am saying. And that is the way the law works. So it's just that one. That one is the law. I am saying. Though if you ask me, being a first-time offender, one would have maybe you should be given option of fine. I am saying, or stuff like that.
Okay.
But they took away the option because I know fear. Fear going you monitor you go for 6 months with option of fine. I am saying.
Okay.
Or both.
Okay.
And the judge decided to say, I'm not putting option of fine. Or I'm not giving, you understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I think if I get first time offender, that is a privilege you're meant to enjoy. But it is what it is. And that's sentence to love you know see. The government and the authority, they must investigate it. They must check
Okay.
if truly that statement is a statement of fact. And I can tell you categorically, the House of Reps, they are not sitting on it. They are spending money to investigate the veracity. I can tell you for free, I know that they sent their committee members on IMCOV. They won't just, it's a serious allegation. I am saying, whether it is helpful or not, they have to go and verify. And again, ẹlòmíì parọ́, ẹlòmíì lè ní ohun tó ń ṣe wáyé, ìgbà tó ń ṣe kíní kan náà. But ọlá pé ibi tó ń kọ́ gbé tiẹ̀ lọ yẹn, tó bá dùn ní àsọdùn yẹn ó nípọn, it can affect, security of the, it can lead to unrest, it can lead to people protesting. I get what I'm saying? Because people cannot accept the fact that because like you were same prison that one law. Because okay, mo drive mo overspeed it's some child support mo shekini kon chronic law when mo law. It's the same prison, same offense. Not people can protest. Even, people in prison can even protest. Into what's media, it's sort of it could lead to prison break. Because people in prison will say, the same offense. If you don't, no. That way, people can protest. That's why the law and the House of Reps are taking it seriously. I get what I'm saying. But that being said, it's still not an excuse for any Tony invitation next week. Key immigration officer called. Okay, I'm not going to process your passport to leave Nigeria and I will put you under arrest. Who ordered the arrest? The question that might be lower anyway. Ọlọ́pàá will order arrest. House of Reps will order arrest. Sheikh George will order arrest. Sheikh immigration to add in arrest to mama order arrest fúnra wọn. Iṣẹ́ yẹn lè fẹ́ support, lè fẹ́ accept. Nítorí pé fẹ́ caution kí Bobrisky shall appear. If you are an activist or you believe in human rights and you still cannot find answer to this, then you are going to be a bigger problem eventually to the country Nigeria. You are a jeopardy already, but you'll be a bigger problem because you want, when your sentiment is aroused, the rule of law should be jettisoned. Criminality should be used to pursue your fundamental human rights, and it's not acceptable. It's not going to be working well because in quarters of one in prison, that's infection. Why do you know? Like to fair accept to immigration go to commit a crime, because the question will be, who are you to say is under arrest? Of which crime? Because House of Reps going to declare on he's under arrest. They can only issue a bench warrant and say they should bring him down or recommend that he should be arrested and be prosecuted. Do you understand? Only person under arrest to issue warrant of arrest is a judge. Police does not issue warrant of arrest. Police can only effect arrest, or if you are caught in the middle of a crime or you are about to commit a crime, police can arrest you. If you are fighting, if you are involved in domestic violence, if you are about to steal, if you are about to burn down your house, police can arrest you immediately. I get what I'm saying. But anything other than that, police does not have right to issue warrant of arrest. It's only a competent judge. And that judge can only order arrest. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. Who is that? That's what we're doing now. So it is this thing that majority of young people, I want to carry two or more. I want to more. They won't create time like this to pass the message and engage in the advocacy. That is why Break the Silence Foundation, we've already made it a point of call that very soon. I want to start to back para Nigeria and see. Our series to is going to be human rights soap opera, whereby these things, it's going to be dealing with topic of human rights and tabati she film here. This script here that is she law. Then lawyers will now come back after I share the episode. Then they will now be discussing the human rights implication of each episode, so that way Nigerians and the young people can see that they have a concierge, they have a place of education on human rights. So human rights lawyers will go to be drafted in to elaborate. tó bá yẹ pé èèyàn dénú afẹ́ máa ṣe short story nísìn ẹni yẹn dénú police station ó fẹ́ kọ statement. How should you go about it to write your statement before you implicate yourself? How should a police officer treat you when you want to write statement? You want to write statement, ọlọ́pàá gbé AK-47, ó gbé dání báyìí. Whatever you write as a statement at that time is irrelevant. It's not acceptable under the law. Ọlọ́pàá ń bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀, ó gba etí ẹ̀ gbá gbó. Write it there. What were you doing there? Write it there. Whatever you write in that time, even kó jẹ́ pé o commit a crime, kó kọ́ síbẹ̀ tó tọ́, it's not tenable. That is why we're going to keep talking to our judges that majority of the corruption perpetrated by police in court is being encouraged in part by the judges. You yourself, you don't have to resist arrest. When you resist arrest, you are committing a crime. When police want to arrest you, and probably you are in your house, thank you so much, Mr. And you are now holding knife, or you go and take cutlass. When police wants to come and arrest you, and the police is holding gun, whether you've committed the crime or you didn't commit it, whether you are a pastor or you are a mom, or you are, even if you are a teenager, police have got right to shoot at you. If you die on that spot, foul, police have not committed any crime. If you hold knife or you carry hot water, police want to now place you under arrest. Whether it's illegal arrest or if you attempt to want to attack or you hold the gun and say, if you try it and say, don't arrest me, especially when the police have warrant of arrest. The police are human beings. They have family, they have wives, they have children. The children expect that they will come back alive to meet with them. They expect that they should be their father. They expect that they should be their husbands. They expect that they should be their wife. So because you want to now evade arrest, you want to take the life of that police officer because you assume that when they are police officers, they are meant to be, they are meant to be pied. Because no, it is wrong. Under the Police Act, rules of engagement, if police wants to arrest you and you hold knife and you try to threaten or you shakara police, don't shakara. Don't say, when you come and me. If you try it, police have got right to take you down and fire shots. It is the rules of engagement. Don't come and shout police brutality then. You brought it upon yourself, even if you are innocent. So you must know the law, respect lawful order. Mr. Lagbaja, are you so person? We have a warrant to arrest you. You are under arrest. Really? Where is the warrant? Sir, you are under arrest. There is a warrant to arrest you. And I'm going to advise you, please, you have right to remain. You have right. It's your right to remain silent. Because anything you say or do will be used against you. Maybe when they are trying to arrest you. Police will write it and said, you confirm to them upon arrest that he attacked you first. That was why you stabbed the person to death. That will be used against you. So when you are being arrested, hold your mouth. When you get to police station, if you don't know what to write, forget about the threat of police. Police will say, right, do this. Sir, I know you're doing your job. If you have anything against me, please proceed and use it. I don't want to write now until my lawyer is in. Because if you tell me it's in bon, even then to cover to go in Bobby to why. Maybe not sure why. Tell a lot of me. O sibe on chefs upon Jori and O Sibo Sheferi, Toba threatening o ma shi oyinbo ko. Even color group color witness last one. Toba one in good condition. Oh, the word of pare. Toba pare one ko sign. Oh, word of igapu. And you must be able to know that what word will I use? Toba lo instead of is. Otilepo. You said we are there when it started. Yes, that means enjoy your my lord. The rest are still at large. So is there when it happened. They were there, they are there. They will say, can you please? And you will 2, 3, 4 people. Go and find them. That is what you call shaking. You have help. So the police must give you opportunity to write under proper duress. Òun ló fi jẹ́ nígbà táwọn fa case bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà, it was a shameful thing. Àṣẹ ọlọ́pàá ló kọ gbogbo òyìnbó burúkú yẹn. Ọlọ́pàá yẹn ń sìn kọ́ wá lọ pè wá. Ìwọ tó kọ́ ní Sábò police station pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lóun bá ọmọ sùn. Òun jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀. Later gbà tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá pàǹtí tó wá lọ ṣe investigation. Tó wá bá spam ń di ọmọ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà mọ́lé. Ó yá ẹ mú ọmọ yìí wá, ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ ṣe test fún. Ká lè establish òótọ́. Ọlọ́pàá ṣe iṣẹ́ gidi. Ọba dókítà ọlọ́pàá ìjọba ó bá ní ọmọ tẹ wíwá mi mọ ọmọ tó jẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí mo rí lélẹ̀ mo rí pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jábàálẹ̀ ọmọ yìí ni. I am saying wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ then ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì mo rí pé ìbálẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹ̀ ń jiná. Ìkẹta bẹ̀ wọ́n ti wọlé síbẹ̀ dáadáa yàtọ̀ sí ìjọ tó jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀. And then there is evidence of semen sperm wà lójú ara ẹ̀ sample ẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ẹni tó wá ní o mi ò mọ̀ ibẹ̀ lọ́lọ́pàá ti wò pé yé and they cannot touch the statement wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló kọ́ fún ẹ pé òun lòun bá ọmọ yẹn sùn tóun jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ sign ọlọ́pàá bá wọn báyìí pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà lòun jábàálẹ̀ ọwọ́ tó fọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ kọ́ ní Sábò tó sign nísìnyí a ṣe test àwa ní evidence lọ́wọ́ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà kọ́ ló jábàálẹ̀ ọmọ kò tiẹ̀ bọ́mọ sùn rí ta ló bẹ́ẹ̀ sùn ọmọ ó ní bọ̀dá Dámilọ́lá tani Dámilọ́lá Adékọ́lá níbo ló ń gbé ilé wa. Now police wa kó ogbó ẹ̀ fún ìjọba ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ fẹ́ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣẹjọ́ o àwa ti rí pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ò bọ́mọ sùn o páńpẹ́ tó dẹ fún yẹn princess páńpẹ́ irọ́ ni o because it is evident that bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ò bọ́mọ sùn so reason tó fi dẹ páńpẹ́ yẹn kò sí reason fún whatever it is ọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ ni the government took over the case. Princess ò fẹ́ lo ẹ̀wọ̀n wọ́n lo connection wọ́n lè gbé kéèsì ẹ̀ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká satisfy àwọn tó wà lórí social media ẹjọ́ wo la fẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé ẹni tó rí tó ti ń kiss ọmọ báwo la fẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé kò ṣe 7 years ṣé wọ́n ní sọ pé ìjọba ló gbẹ̀bọ̀dẹ̀. That is how they push the government to say well let the man just go. How do we explain to the youth on social media pẹ̀lú àwọn obìnrin pé àwa la ṣe wádìí ọlọ́pàá it's the truth ẹni yóò bá sùn ẹni tó bá sùn rẹ̀. Dámilọ́lá Adékọ́lá was arrested nígbà tó máa dé court wọ́n dẹ̀ yọ kúrò wọ́n ní kó máa lọlé. I'm telling you court your people sorry if the Nigerian police and Lagos state government says I'm lying they should sue me to court. They should bring Dámilọ́lá Adékọ́lá to come and answer to the evidence wà case file ó tún kọ síbẹ̀ pé girlfriend òun lọ́mọ yẹn. Princess fúnra ẹ lọ Google fúnra yín sí Google on your phone if you have second phone 2 other adults sexually abused my foster daughter Princess Commander Google it now kẹwo excerpt ọ̀rọ̀ tí Princess sọ ní court tí ẹ bá ní bú sẹ́kún pé gbogbo eléyìí dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn journalist dẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan mi fún yín káyìí rí ẹni human rights organization gidi kọ́ go against mi ni àwọn onídọ̀tí àwọn tọkọ̀ ń tọ́yìn lórí social media lọ́wọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ I will stand by the truth kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. You can never see.
Where's Baba Ijesha now?
Where's
Baba Ijesha now?
Ọwọ́ prison bẹ́ẹ̀. À ń sọ fún yín pé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ support yẹn nítorí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ náà tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn náà wà ń ta tó bá dúró ẹ̀ mọ́ lómi náà because he himself might go with the public. Wọ́n ní ìtura ọba sọ̀rọ̀ máa ní kẹ́ máa gbọ́ and that is the truth that I'm telling you. Wọ́n set Baba Ijesha up for flirting. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún yín wọ́n ní tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ lẹ́ni ìbọn wọn kékeré sùn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ó fẹ́ bọ̀ bóyá òótọ́ ìjọba ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ ṣebí tó bá yẹ pọ̀ ọmọ kékeré yẹn náà lọ fi dẹ́ ọmọ same specimen náà lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi dẹ̀yàn kẹ́lẹ́ mọ̀ pé ṣé nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹ ní lọ mú ẹni tó ti ní sex tó gúnyàn tó jágbàlagbà kẹ́ fi dẹ̀yàn kẹ́ wá ní ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá máa ń bá ọmọ ọdún méje sùn ẹ dẹ̀ mọ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ti dàgbà ó ti ní sex ẹ fi dẹ́ ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. You know the reaction you get when you set an adult up with an adult. So they used a young adult, what if football age. The bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, kò sí judge, kò sọ́lọ́pàá, kò sí anybody in government tó ní evidence age ọmọ yẹn. What them punish èèyàn based on hearsay ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu age. Ṣé báwo lẹ fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú? Báwo ni ẹ ṣe ní máa ní ìnira? Báwo ni gbogbo òṣèlú máa dàrú gbogbo nǹkan ilẹ̀ kú fún wàrà tó yín wèrèwó? ṣé bóyá kún àwọn aláìṣẹ̀ tó wọnú wàrà tó yín tó wọnú sọ́ìlì yín lọ ṣé bóyá orí yeye tó jẹ́ pé wà mógùn tó wà lẹ́wọ̀n bẹ́yẹn torí pé people are not always standing by the truth. People with half truth, people with arrogance of ignorance will come and destroy people's life and think that it will not have consequence on the social economic health of a country or society. Ṣẹ́rọ̀bọ̀ Amẹ́ríkà àti UK tẹ̀rọ̀ kó ń dán tó wà òkè ṣẹ́rọ̀bọ̀ ní agbára kan tó ń ṣe di àbí kankan ẹ lọ wá wò tútù tó bú wọn bì. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan ẹ̀kan tí wọ́n máa ń yọ kúrò ní pé kẹ tó lè fi police station wa àti prison máa fi punish èèyàn tó ló ń mú ẹ̀ ó máa lé o. Ọ̀tọ̀ èèyàn kan wà ní ìjọba. I'm the governor, I'm the senator, ẹ lọ fi police station àti prison kan máa fi yà jẹyàn. Rí yẹn ní UK. Wọ́n ò ní láti lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Ṣùgbọ́n èyí tẹ́ ń lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tẹ́ ń fi owó yín kọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àti mọ́ṣáláṣí lẹ́nírùwà burúkú yẹn jù ẹ wá ní pé kí lẹ̀ kó rọ̀ wá kí president Tinubu kó ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ until tabares bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí respect human rights ni any leader àbá tó ṣe kí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá bọ́ sí lọ́rùn á kọ́ máa wọ báyìí pé pẹ̀lú mo ṣe ní interest láti ṣe ìkọ̀kọ̀ da tó ẹ wo idea àti gbogbo wọlé everyday làwọn ẹ̀sọ́ kwara ṣì ní wọn ọ̀nà tún wọ̀ sísè ni kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ẹ̀ ní mọ̀ torí ìwà wa ò bá Ọlọ́run mu ìwà wa ò kì í ṣe ẹ̀sìn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ti pọ̀ jù bọ̀ ìwà burúkú la ní tẹ́bá ti ní ọba ìtàn ilé ló mú òótọ́ ẹ̀ ká bring it down ẹ̀ bí yàrá sí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìlú yìí ni òótọ́ ló fi ń tọ́ ọmọ òótọ́ yẹn lásán ó ju ẹ̀sìn táwọn lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì everyday òun mọ́ wọn lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì òun fi rọ́tọ́ wọn àwọn eléyìí òun ní kọ́ wọn lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì bọ̀ wọ́n ń fi òótọ́ tọ́ wọn ẹ̀ wá ta ní ìlú ẹ̀ máa bẹ́tà tẹ̀ wo ló máa bẹ́tà so èmi tọ́ lọ́run fún mi lórí ọ̀fẹ́ pé go and do this Ọlọ́run mi ò kọ́ṣẹ́ sọ́lọ́run lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run máa bú mi Ọlọ́run máa ṣì mí gbọ́ Ọlọ́run ní fìyẹn lẹ̀fẹ́ mi jọ́ máa bú ẹ̀kọ́ máa yá máa jẹ wọ́n máa ṣàárẹ̀ wọn ò ní rí owó tọ́jú ara wọn wọ́n máa ṣépè fáwọn olórí wọn àwọn olórí yẹn ló máa mẹ́kọ̀ owó jù àwọn ọlọ́mọ wọn máa wà òkè àwọn kọ́ máa wà ní òkùnkùn bẹ́ẹ̀ because ẹni tó fẹ́ fi wọ́n sùnù mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n máa tì í pé kẹ́ má gbọ́ ni you don't understand ẹ wo gbogbo ọlọ́dọ̀ tó ṣe yẹn inú same state yẹn náà lè fẹ́ accept èèyàn ó lọ hide camera ìjọ yẹn náà ló store camera o ọmọ yẹn ó dẹ̀ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tọ́mọ yẹn sọ nu court kò sí media house tó publish yẹn kankan torí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kí ló dé o ọmọ má bínú o torí for now ó ti hàn gbangbangba with judgement high court and appeal tí wọ́n sọ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ò jẹ̀bi pé bọ́mọ sùn wọ́n ti yọ kúrò tán pátápátá báyìí. But before then,
but why is still in prison?
Nítorí pé ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n padà dá ẹ̀wọ̀n kó bàtà máa dájọ́ fún ní first court tí Lagos State tó gbé lọ court ẹjọ́ tó dá ní pé charges 9 lọ gbé wá wọ́n yọ 2 kúrò 2 yẹn ni ò ní jẹ́ kó lè lọ sí life imprisonment pé kò bá wọn sùn kò tọwọ́ bọ̀ lójú ara I get saying kó bá sùn nígbà tó wá di ó kù charges 4 yẹn aláwọ̀kọ́ ìkan lọ fún 6 years ìkejì ẹ̀wọ̀n 6 years ìkẹta ẹ̀wọ̀n 3 years ìkẹrin ẹ̀wọ̀n 3 years but adájọ́ yẹn wá ní ẹ máa gbọ́ mi adájọ́ yẹn wá ní kò ń ṣe pé kó ṣe gbogbo 4 yẹn o pé concurrently tó bá ní consecutively ó máa ṣe 16 years but judgement yẹn ni pé it should run concurrently but tó bá ní concurrently yẹn tó bá jàre mẹ́ta tó bá jẹ̀bi ẹ̀kan ó máa lọ sáàvù ìtẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n bá pọ̀ jù mẹ́ ṣó ti yé yín.
Okay.
So unfortunately 5 years ni ìtẹ́wọ̀n ẹ̀ ga jù all them make it look like okay he was guilty of the 4 charges so he is to spend 5 years that is 3 years and 4 months after ẹ̀ tó wá kirikiri ọlọ appeal ìgbà tó wá appeal àwọn appeal judges ẹ̀wọ̀n tó bá ti dé appeal court adájọ́ mẹ́ta ni high court tó dájọ́ adájọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ni the system of adájọ́ mẹ́ta wá wò àwọn yẹn wá ní kí ló dé máa sọ pé ní jẹ̀bi pé ó tọwọ́ bojú ara wọn ó bọ́ wọn sùn kò sí ní tó jọ ẹ̀bẹ̀ ní tó bá sùn ibi àsìkò tó jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ ń pè 14 years táìmù yẹn náà ni wọ́n sọ pé àsìkò yẹn ló jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ kò lè jẹ́ ìbálẹ̀ 7 years ló ṣe ń jìnnà yìí torí ìwọ princess sọ pé ọ́n nígbà tí ọmọ ìwà lọ́mọ ọdún 7 ni bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà bá sùn I get what I'm saying now ọdẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jábàálẹ̀ ọmọ nígbà tẹ́ sọ pé 14 ni evidence rẹ̀ tẹ́yìn ọlọ́pàá àtijọba tẹ́ lọ ṣe test so dájúdájú 7 years tẹ́sán yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó bá sùn jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ do you understand àwọn ayọ̀ kúrò pé àwọn ayọ̀ méjì yẹn kúrò pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ò jẹ̀bi àwọn ẹni méjì tó kù nítorí pé o kí sọmọ yẹn kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe pé ẹ̀ ń ṣe fíìmù lóòótọ́ fíìmù lọ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wá ṣe fíìmù ni princess fi tán bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wá tó fi gbé ọmọ yẹn tì ó wá mú ọmọ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ sínú ilé wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bá ọmọ yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ pé kó máa ṣe sí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà for that reason fíìmù kan lẹ́yìn ṣe bẹ̀yẹn o ẹ̀ ń kí sàrá yẹn bọ̀ nítorí pé ọmọ yóò pé 18 àwọn máa ní pé kí judgement yẹn kó wà bó ṣe wà ayé ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí gbogbo argument tá a fi sọ pé tó wà ńlẹ̀ wípé irọ́ ni ọ̀rọ̀ èjì ọmọ kan ti jẹ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn wo bẹ̀ why they did that bóyá wọ́n ló kan wọ́ o bóyá wọ́n kàn wò pé technically o gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò kí ń lùzù ní o bóyá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò kí ń lùzù ní o gbogbo argument bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n tiẹ̀ mẹ́nu bà wọ́n kàn ní nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ dún lórí ni pé ọmọ yẹn ò tí ì pé 18 torí ìdí èyí okay the only option left is to go to the Supreme Court and appeal at the Supreme Court méjì yẹn dẹ̀ ló kù so bó ṣe máa sọ pé tí ẹ bá mọ èjì ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ sọ pé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà o ọmọ yẹn 14 ni o àti mọ̀ báyìí bóyá àwọn tó lágbára àṣà máa wò lọ tí ó bá jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí the society will be at the receiving end èmi ti play part tèmi and I played it because mi ò wá kéèyàn like mi mo kàn rò pé tí ó bá make sense lénìí ọjọ́ ọ̀la mo ṣáà lọ mọ́lẹ̀ ara ọjọ́ ọ̀la nìyẹn ó ṣe é ṣe kó padà kó yọ ọmọ tèmi kúrò káwọn ọmọ àwọn tó kù kọ́ máa forí ko but at least I have to work and do something to help my society and that has been the whole point ẹni tó bọ́ ọmọ sùn gangan is still working free and kò ṣe kó bóyá ó bá sùn lọ́tọ̀ o in the same case same investigation same victim ṣe àwọn tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n kàn fẹnu sọ pé ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ níbi kan ọ̀tọ̀ nìyẹn ẹ lọ ṣe ìwádìí wọ́n ní bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà bọ́ ọmọ ìsùn gbà tó wà lọ́mọdún méje bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ní mi ò bá sùn ara èmi kọ́ mo kọ́ ọlọ́pàá ló kọ statement ọkọ̀ ní sáìn pé ọmọ yanjú ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà gan tún gbá ojú mi gbá etí mi ṣe lè sáìn ni ṣé mi máa kọ́ pé mo bọ́ ọmọ sùn gbà tí mi bá sùn irú ayé wo nìyẹn at the end of the day láwọn ìbò tilẹ̀ òun kórí this Damilola Adekola was arrested ẹ̀dẹ̀ lọ ṣe ìwádìí ọlọ́pàá sọ pé ok ìwọ kọ́ ló bá sọ àbí ok ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ìwádìí ká wo ẹni tó bọ́ ọmọ sùn ọlọ́pàá wá ṣe ìwádìí wọ́n wá rẹ́ni tó bọ́ ọmọ sùn gangan ìgbà tó máa gbé wá sí court ìjọba ní ó tí o àbẹ́lẹ̀ ìṣẹ́jọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ wọn gbé wá sí court wọn advice how is that a case because tí Damilola Adekola bá wá sí court bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà àkóyè kó ní jẹ̀bi rárá ó máa da gbogbo kóòtù rú gbogbo owó wọ́n ti báyé òun jẹ́ at the end of the day kó bá dípẹ́ àṣírí máa tú Damilola Adekola àti security le princess tó jẹ́ òkèlè they are working free wọ́n dẹ̀ báyìí pé èmi ò pé ìjọba dùn báyìí àṣà àwọn ò tiẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ inú sẹ́mu inú ilé yẹn náà ni security le wọn tó ń jẹ́ òkèlè ni ìyẹn gan la gbọ́ pé ó fún ọmọ yẹn lóyún lẹ́ẹ̀mejì tí wọ́n ṣẹ́yún fún lẹ́ẹ̀mejì tó fa ọkọ̀ fa wàhálà ajá I'm saying so ẹ wá wò fúnra yín ṣérú ọmọ yẹn gan onímọ̀ báyìí pé ṣé mi làwọn eléyìí ń jà fún 2020 ni mo ti sọ ẹ lọ kọ́gùn tí mo ṣe kẹ gọ́gùn yẹn kẹ wò fúnra yín 2 other adults sexually abused my foster daughter princess comedian kẹ wá wo excerpt ti ẹnu court google it yourself if you have other phones kẹ kà fúnra yín ẹ rí ti sàá report.
but ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ọ̀rọ̀ tí Bobrisky yẹn báyìí ibo náà wà bá dé báyìí òní ní court.
Sísìn kóòtù kò sí ilé ẹjọ́ ta ló ń tàn yín pé ilé ẹjọ́ kò ń ṣe ilé ẹjọ́.
Wọ́n sí kóòtù. Ibi sẹ́wọ̀n gbọ́dọ̀ àti mọ́ láàárọ̀ yìí. Wọ́n sí kóòtù.
Yeah, it's the CTC. Go and read it. The excerpt is on Sahara report and everything. You see the every link is Sahara reporter. Every click you read more. Can go excerpt here, man. Bóyá kí tiẹ̀ what I will do is tomorrow máa lọ gbé màá mọ̀ nchi ẹ̀ àti ẹ̀tú kí n gbé síta káwọn ẹ̀yìn kẹtù kà fúnra yín màá gbé sórí Instagram.
ẹ wọ̀n láì everyday.
Kò sígbà tí mi àfi tí màá mi kì í wá ìlú tí mo wà hi-fi là ń gbádùn. Then,
I wish to join. I wish to join you there, sir.
no, me wa joko. Ogun ayi náà human rights náà la fàtítí tàbí sáwá síbí máa tó padà sí Nàìjíríà. So
Okay,
that is the beauty of knowing the law, knowing the truth by the truth. Kò ń ṣe pé anybody ní right láti bá ọmọ kékeré ṣe ọ̀kan àbí mo sọ pé Bobrisky he has right to evade House of Reps invitation or he has right to run. But in an attempt to always make Nigerians look stupid, somebody will just decide on his own without express order of the court. And you cannot stop somebody or arrest him. Before you can arrest anybody, there must be a serious order. That means the person must be flight risk, and we say detain and call the police. That means there is a warrant of arrest or the person is of national interest. Do you understand? So it could cost more anything. Toba need the order and say ìjọba ni. What cost one block any border? The government can do it. That means people see reason for. So why should any immigration think within itself? Toba send the signal stop Bobrisky or come and travel. Of course, you have to wait until the person is declared wanted. You can only deny the person access. We are not going to be processing this. And the power technical issue. But arrest okay, I don't think they will never come out and say they arrested him, but they might use abuse of power because they cannot hold him more than 48 hours. That is if he had committed a crime or it must not be more than 48 hours. No, picture it now. They will not hold him for worse crime on suspicion that he wants to run. So because of answer a question because travel is abuse of fundamental human rights. And that is sacrosanct. If you see anybody saying nonsense, it's because they are ill-informed and they just want to continue to make you gullible. So that's just that. Oh, yeah. And please, Olabile, mute your mic. Bolari, mute your mic. Daughter of Grace, mute your mic. Mr. Excellence, please, Daughter of Grace, mute your mic. Let them see. Because they will be not there. It's too. Please go ahead. Emmanuel, pass me one bottle of water, please. Hello. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah. It's not appropriate. You are very correct. You tó tiẹ̀ máa ń fọ́lì jù èyí tó máa ń fọ́lì jù àwọn èèyàn ní ẹni ìwọ kámò ọlọ́pàá àmì ní láti nà the question ti máa ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ ni pé kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe rò pé kámò tó wọ̀ yẹn ẹ rò pé sójà nílẹ̀ láti máa punish ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ number one máa ń bèrè question lọ́wọ́ máa ní ẹni pé ọ̀fi ń jalè tó bá rí ọyọ question ni pé téèyàn bá wọ kámò tó bá lọ jalè ṣé àwọn sójà máa ń jalè ni. So the body to buy what come to buy jale only no le get bá wọ ẹṣẹ́gun bá wọ ẹ̀kú because soldiers don't steal. They are not armed robbers. So whenever you see them, tó bá ti ń fi aṣọ yẹn commit a crime will not commit. They are not playing the role of law military or armed forces. Secondly, money, if somebody wears police army uniform or army camo, not even uniform, tó yẹ kó impersonate ó kọ̀ wọ camo. Sójà wa dá dúró, wọ́n wá ní kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí roll nínú ẹrọ̀fọ̀. Where is in our constitution that soldiers can stop you if you wear camo and ask you to roll in the mud? So at the end of the day, I am always pained that Nigerians, they find it very difficult to actually even celebrate the past heroes, soldiers that are paying the ultimate prices. Because that act of hating on soldiers, what the soldiers themselves are emitting. Because most of the things they are doing, they are playing the role of, they are not law-abiding. Because Nigerians do not know that there is nowhere, even in the military code, not to talk of conventional court, that if anybody is wearing military uniform, police are mandated to strip the person naked, number one, and make the person roll in the mud or gutter. How dehumanizing, criminal, disgusting can that be? How can a military that is meant to command respect of peace, orderliness, will subject themselves to that level? It is no longer, that is no longer army job. That is already abuse. It's not even abuse of power. It is, or what's it do kidnapping, or what's it do what a kidnapper or hand robber would do. It is even worse than what a normal sane human being should do. And you can do that, and the society. But at the end of the day, Nigerian people, we are so used to abuse that they will tell you, Kilo Toshima war, one fikini jale. And I ask the question: if anybody do military soldiers, are they armed robbers? Are they meant to go and steal? So if you see anybody wear camo and go and steal, whether it is camo or not, you are an armed robber. But Nigerians, the education is not there. That is why I am taking the pain. That is why I am passionate about human rights. I said I have to just give back. The love I have received from Nigeria, Nigerians are so enormous.
Anybody on this platform, showing love, yeah, sending gifts. Always, instead of you to appreciate the gift, giving you a slow commercial, and in fact, by now.
Only, can you motivate us? You, I mean, we're checking it. I think Balayo, what do you say, brother? Majority of them do not even understand the meaning of it. Even that is why it is important. If you want to even say you are fighting for human rights, you must understand what human rights is all about. Even our time, Tani proper bag, everything is on point. They still want to bring us down. The only thing that I okay, maybe why the government have given you, and the government in turn, some of the people in government, they will find means to say, am I the key Yomi and Lenu? Yomi, free and yo. In facing in the movie industry. Because the capitalists in the movie industry, who has all this majority of these people they're like, am I the key Yomi and this? That Yomi must not get, they must not get to buy the audience and people will be free. So, and I have to call on Fumilori of call on Fumilori Google. I will find every means to start that soap opera. So when I start the series, so I'm going to give my film. ó yẹ kí n máa ṣe series tẹ́ máa fi máa rẹ́rìn tẹ́kọ̀ máa rẹ́rìn tẹ́ máa ní but yeah, star kí ni máa lọ tí máa ṣe tán whatever, but I want to start doing something that it will even outlive me. People from all other country, they will be clicking on it, they will be seeing it, they will be, and that is the beauty and the role I just want to give back. I'm not going to be here forever. I just want to play a part. Kò ṣe bí tí ó máa ń wọ èèyàn tó bá like òkìkí, but of course you have to suffer, you have to be hated, you have to be misconstrued. It's not arrogance. It's because a lot of people don't know. A lot of orientation will still be done. Soldiers máa padà wò tó bá wo orúkìní yẹn tó bá wá dé ọ́fíìsì wọn tó bá dájú kó pé can you are a soldier, you're in the military, what, how many years? What you have just done, is it our law or is the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? And it's only role to you are a soldier. You have already dehumanized that person. Where is the dignity of that human being? You took the person's dignity and you are a soldier. What are you now protecting? What is that? What is the combatant? What is the dignity in this profession again? And then, you ask the person to be, you punish the person on yourself. So you are now the judge. Oh, to add what dehumanize only come and roll on gota tigbe idotiwame. How low can you go as a soldier? Now that people, when they hate soldiers, people see military soldier, they will walk past them, they will drive past them. To put that army tie soft, only to tell Nigerians that respect the sacrifices of soldiers. Put on the army ties. Go there when they are celebrating them. Go on. Nigerians will not be willing to. Oh my God. When I travel on highway, that's like we want to be tinted. No matter my wind down, my drum, my gbe soldier. After to buy a to buy she escort in most study when why some people say, oh, don't worry about that. Is there a reason? What next time promise will go on my she escort. So you know she making come back. Only because I can't even, my conscience will not forgive me. Morimo to Olopa to Daku Sojono. Contract with the drive past. It's still the same police in the market because I'm to what Galilei call of me. That means I am guilty of I don't do it. Me, real soldier. But how many people am I going to start educating? This is how you should treat a soldier. They will tell you, do you see the way they treated that woman? Look at that man. What's he want to do? Wakamo. Koboru Kosio. Koshipo Boruko. Koshipo Lofi. Kini Aloshe. Ikokobe. I'm a soldier. One military camp. Oko Gokwe. I like Kamo. I just say. Solidarity. So at the end of the day, but there is no video, there is no orientation to these soldiers and say, Tobati, I'm a video here. Agbesita. Awari correction here. I'm an office. Now, tell us, officer. We are not here now. Tell me, look at the video. Which part of the military law or rules are you following here? Rani, it's not, there's no military rule. Okay, so there is nowhere you have been mandated to strip civilians naked or human beings naked because they are wearing camo. So there is nowhere in the military rule that says you should throw them on the floor and ask them to roll in that. Okay, what is in that mud? Do you understand? So there is nothing there. Okay, now, any to tinko boss on the mud here, to back pada fiara gungo, to lead to tetanus, to aku, talopa. Now, the question I want to ask you, soldier, is death, is it the consequence of wearing the camo? Mama T, how are you doing? That camo, is death, killing the person, is it the consequence? According to, is that the punishment the law says? Or you have killed the person because the person sustained injury and tetanus got into the body and the person went away. These are the things that most Nigerians don't know. Nigerians are the ones that will be supportive. Yes, our military, the question is, why are you saying of Ilonjale? Shami Manjale. It's in the Constitution. I am saying. No, it's in the Constitution that you must not wear military uniform except you are a military person. Military uniform, only it goes with name. I am saying. And stuff. People don't know the difference. They know camo that fashion we have a local nation. They can ask you, sorry, identify yourself. Please, can you ask somebody to bring you clothes? And then you change. You're not meant to wear this. You're not a military person. We'll be talking to you. We'll talk to you a military person, and we'll be asking you to play a role of a military. There is flood. Could make sense. Give flood the help. So reason army. Flood you understand what I'm trying to say? It's okay to say don't wear camo. But what I'm trying to say is that what they subject people to, that's the position of the law. Or is it because they assume that they might not be able to pursue it? So let us go rogue. In Timon try that. So easy. All you need to do is hold the person down and call in the police. Police will take the person into custody, process the person, court, impersonate, but not the one that our soldiers will say, we want them to fear us. Of that thing, our pattern that is not, it doesn't make sense, it's not adding up. But Nigerians, you find them say, Yomi, why will you say they should not say that? Don't it is the right thing to do. Thank you so much. So let's bring in the next person. Shebi Ogutade lo sọ̀rọ̀ àbí?
No.
Okay, Ogutade, over to you now. Welcome on board, Mama T.
No, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Okay, now allow me to next, àbí?
Yeah.
Brother Yomi, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mama T.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
My greetings to all the panelists. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Ẹ fẹ́ contribute ṣe ń gbọ́ nǹkan tá a ti sọ̀rọ̀ láti ilẹ̀.
Mo ti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọlé ni o, mo ṣe ń dé náà ni mi ti gbọ́ anything.
Please tap and share. Kí ló bá ti ń gbọ́rọ̀ lọ́dún bóyá máa ń gbàgbé kí n tap. Káṣẹ́ gbà pé ti ló pẹ́ ẹ̀rín fún mi gift kọ́ máa sọ pé olú ẹ̀ ń ṣe kíní. Bóyá máa tap. Wọ́n ní tó bá ń tap ló máa jẹ́ kí kíní ẹ̀ kó lè máa lọ. So please tap and like àbí kí lè máa sọ máa rẹ̀ ṣe ìwé and share. I'm fine, madam. All right.
Just this week ni o àti ìṣe o.
Ọlọ́run àbá yín ṣe.
Àmì o. Òǹdẹ̀lẹ̀ wá sílé mọ́ ìbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń wá ẹlòmíì replacement of that ni.
Next week, àbí?
This week, Thursday and Friday.
Mi ò tí lè dé.
Yes.
Which is not bearing me in full because it's just getting clear that I can return back to Nigeria. But of course, I have to set a time and date and then return because I can't abdicate this task. Human rights is sacrosanct. So I have to continue, that crusade, it needs to continue. And we just have to do better. We all have a role to play. So please like and share. Let's get to 10K. I can take 20K. It's still 9.4K. Please double tap. Mr. Excellency, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kid Boss, how you doing? Good evening. Kid Boss, good evening. I recognize you.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, good.
Yes, good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you too?
We'll try you.
Mr. Yomi, ẹ̀kálẹ́ gbogbo ilé ẹ̀kálẹ́. Mo rí pé ń sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀kọ́ mi ìfẹ́ jáwọlé bẹ́yìn. Mo ló jẹ́ kí Ẹ
Oh,
kalẹ́
yeah,
sà.
I give point in saying.
Mo ṣì ń enjoy yín lọ, mo busy díẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Gbogbo yín máa ń enjoy mi. Ẹ mọ̀ púpọ̀ tí mo fi yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó kù nìyẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀bùn tọ́lọ́run fún ní kálukú. Ọlọ́run rí Mósè sílẹ̀ kó lágídí ó dẹ̀ ń ká lòlò. Ló ṣe ní kó lọ báwọn yọ àwọn ọmọ Israel. So that's why we always tell people, comparison is a proof of nothing. Ẹ̀bùn tọ́lọ́run fún ní kálukú, agbára tọ́lọ́run fún ní kálukú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Maybe you are saying, I love me ebo. I can write stories. I can, I can screenplay with the speed of light. Screenplay when you go, mommy. But those are the skills that a lot of you already affair. So, Kid Boss, have you been listening? Oh, Mr. Excellency, you want to say something?
No, not really.
Okay, not really. Okay. So I've been able to explain to you guys on the issue of what it means to, even if anybody thinks about anything, your right is still your right. Using the government position as a government agent to abuse people's rights is not acceptable. If you accept it for here, you must accept it for everybody. So it's not to say don't do it here. They must not do it every other place. No excuse for abuse of rights. The only time that can work is if there is martial law. And that way, they will realize that, oh, there must be a state of emergency must be declared, and the rights of everybody must be suspended. So that, rights my right is that I must go to school. Once I go to school, my right is I have right to shelter. Time we hold anybody responsible for your rights because there is martial law. So within that period of time, human rights can be abused because there is agreed martial law. But that is the only time you can see such things. All about it. But when it is not that, let me satisfy social media or let me satisfy my own and I'm an immigration officer, I'm a police officer. Social media, case to law. On your own, you don't have right to do that. We cannot continue to treat ourselves that way. No, we don't do that. We want a sane and reasonable society. And the only way we can achieve it is if everybody is being ruled by the same set of rules, not the same thing. Work for same thing. No, it cannot go down here and wake up here. Boy, best welcome on board. Thank you, my brother. So that is that one on that regards. And then, of course, let's keep our fingers crossed. Justice for Mohbad is still on. We're going to get justice very soon, very shortly, by the special grace of God. And, we just have to continue to keep the fire burning. I just have to tell anybody that cares to listen, if you don't want Mohbad to get justice, remember that if Mohbad does not get justice, one of the things that are likely to happen is that, number one, the people that took his life will be getting money from his sweat every month. If you don't want Mohbad to get justice, there is likelihood that the child that does not belong to him, there is likelihood will sit on his wealth and property. If you don't want Mohbad to get justice the way we are demanding now, it means that you want the house that they said he bought, all his property, to go into the hands of the people that took his life. If you don't want Mohbad to get justice, that means you want the people that took his life to be enjoying the fruit of his talent, his sweat, while his parents, particularly his father, to continue to wallow in abject poverty every month, while he listens to the song that will be bringing money for his child every month. Look at the torture. Your son will be seen to be, his music is streaming millions, thousands every month. And the father is in abject poverty. And then the people that actually took his life are enjoying, traveling, buying houses, buying cars. That is what you want to deny the young man. If you say, why are they asking for justice for Mohbad? It means that the reason why they went to uproot him, they assume him, the reason will fail. Then ask yourself, why do you want him? Why are you so happy that they went to exhume his body when he was already resting? And then they exhumed him, and then you blocked that he should not get justice, the reason why he was exhumed. How do you think will be your own end? That is why you don't want him to get justice. Get to know that. And there are so many key germane reasons that we have to look and say, are we going to accept this as a society? If we ask or say that it does not concern us, if you say no, because he's gone, remember, justice for Mohbad is actually for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, if this can be done to Mohbad, none of us is actually saved from this kind of issue or torment. Our family cannot be sure that it cannot get to them. You cannot even say what happened to Mohbad cannot happen to you. But the best way is that if he gets justice and the truth are allowed to establish, certainly majority of us will be saved from this kind of people. Because we are dealing with so many men and women that we don't even know their backgrounds. They have terrible behaviors. They don't care. So when you know, or when you realize the fact that we are asking for justice, note that it's not because we are idle. It's not because anybody is looking. No money can equate what we are emitting now. It cannot equate our passion and yearning and thirst for justice. There is no, if there is no justice, there is no police. If there is no justice, there is no law enforcement. If there is no justice, there is no court. And the court is the last hope of the common man. And that is why it is important as people, you must key into ideas that has to do with justice. You don't get tired. You continue to keep the fight. You keep fighting because tento delari ati men tento mbo. Rara. But it should never continue to be this way. So we're going to be appealing to the Nigerian police. Personally, I've taken the pain. I've risked my life. I've shown them where the CCTV are. For 1 year, a lot of people, everybody could not even specifically say that this is an evidence to show that, oh, this is what transpired. And the Spirit and the help of God made us to say, this is where the evidences are. What would be the excuse of the police? Who would ask them not to do their job? What would be the excuse not extracting the CCTV? Because if the police wants to get anything, they know how to go about it and they will get it. And I can tell you on my honor, I have shown them where the CCTV is domiciled. And let it be on note, Nigerians. The images in the CCTVs, they can never be eradicated. Even if they delete it, just the way you delete your WhatsApp. When you click on reinstall, you know certainly that chatting, picture on WhatsApp, when you do reinstall, nobody can say, nobody can touch it. You all know that. It's the same thing with the CCTV cameras and the images inside Mohbad's house, his compound and inside, and the other neighbors. A click on reinstall, it will bring back the entire images. And of course, Mohbad has been able to help us well. He knows that these things are going to happen. Otibaya Wesoro spoke to Yomi, said, hello, where is this thing? Where is my dad? There was no response. But the moment he said, you know, we share the same iCloud. So he might not necessarily need to say that in that audio. But he was forced to say it. Why he said it, we share the same iCloud. And then the lady confirmed, yes. But I have my stuff there too. So certainly, that person alone is enough to go into the iCloud, insert the password, and bring out whatever is there. we're going to get to that stage. Nigerians must be willing to stand up and stand firm. And we will continue to fight and demand for the truth. I don't want anything thrown on social media. Social media. I don't believe in that kind of case. And it might even, people might seize the opportunity, create wala, and make the case die like that. The police should go and pick and lift the evidences logically, lawfully, and the way it should be. Boye Baba 247. I'm doing TikTok and Instagram, so I'm just saying you didn't answer me. I'm not saying what you wrote to. If you think you asked me a question, I don't see it now, you can send a DM. I'll pick it up later. I am here in self-exile. I'm not out of Nigeria because I want to, because I have no business here. I don't live abroad. I am here because I am sacrificing for the cause of justice for Mohbad. I understand nothing substantial can be achieved without sacrifice. It's part of my drill. But we all that are justice fighter, genuine justice fighter, not social media rabble rousers. Genuine justice fighter that you know genuinely, and you are doing it and you're not looking for what to bring other people down. You just want to fight for justice, whether it's on social media or offline. Please let us continue to strengthen that resolve. Where is the update on police on justice for Mohbad? Wumi smile at 16. Said, have I seen the updates? Where is the update? When was the update released? I didn't get your question very well. It's on Vanguard. Oh, okay. Please, let me check. Okay, what was the release? Can share with me what is there, but let me find a way to. I did play football. I go bench my zero. Bench name. Who has an idea of the title of the release?